Again, we look at contractions in 3 different states. Either you're resting so you're not contracting, or you have moderate activity, which is like I'm walking, I'm doing my normal stuff. Or I'm at peak activity, which is I'm at some kind of hockey game or basketball game or whatever it is, and I'm competing at a high level, okay? The whole job of the resting piece, really important thing, is this is you're replenishing your energy stores, okay? So you're converting glucose that you've eaten into glycogen, which is thousands of glucose molecules in size, and you store that glycogen right in your muscle. You're converting extra ATP you're making with the mitochondria from the oxygen and the fatty acids out of your blood into something called creatine phosphate. So you're taking that phosphate off the ATP and adding it onto a molecule called creatine to make the CP molecule, which we use later on, making ADP, but that just gets recycled, okay? I bring this up, and we talk about this extensively, because a lot of you in here are athletes, and you don't rest your bodies. And when you don't rest your bodies, all right, because I've seen it happen, where kids are in a spring sport and then they're also doing a club sport, or they never take a break, they get done with their season, and they go right into club. When you don't give your body a rest, you never fully replenish your stores. And you will wear out your body. You will never compete at the level you should because you haven't replenished your energy stores. And you will kick when you want to get into peak activity. You go into anaerobic much faster than aerobic because you don't have enough CP built up and you don't have enough glycogen built up. And you lose energy. All right? That's beyond the wear and tear on your joints that it causes. Okay? I have a buddy who's he's a orthopedic surgeon, but he mostly works on athletes and athletes that are in their early 20s and late teens. He's doing surgeries on kids that are used to doing 50 and 60-year-old kids. He's starting to do knee and hip replacements on kids that are 22 years old. He's doing Tommy John surgeries, replacing elbow ligaments in kids that are 19, 20, young adults. He's doing major shoulder surgeries on swimmers who are 21, 22, 23 years of age. Why? Because it's not like it used to be. People specialize in one sport and do it year-round. And your joints, your body, your physical body, the physiology of your body is not made to do that. It's just not. It's an incredible machine. All right, but it's not made to do this over and over and over. Then I got these kids that have been playing soccer. That's all they ever do, and they're wondering why their knees and hips hurt when they're 17. Okay, and it's because that's all they do. Over and over, hours and hours on hours. Okay, I'm not ripping on anybody. It's a societal issue. Okay, but a lot of you in here are sitting here going, "Yep. That's all I've ever done, and now I'm paying a price now at 18. What are you going to feel like at 50? If you feel like this at 18? So what I'm encouraging you to do as you leave this place, and most people stop your competitive, athletic career in college. Some of you will move on and do that. Is if you're going to do more activity, do variety. Your body's made to do variety. It is not made to do things over and over again. And rest your body. When your season is done, take 2 to 3 weeks off and rest your body. You're not going to lose your soccer skill set in 2 weeks. Okay? You're going to lose a little bit of conditioning in there maybe for some of the other sports, but you're not going to die. Okay? You need to rest your body. And we don't. I'm just being a track coach. I remember kids coming to track practice, getting done at 4:35, and then they would go to soccer for 3 hours. And then they would wonder why their times aren't going down in track. Because you're peeing at a high level for 6 hours a day. Your body's saying, you need to stop doing that. We're not made to do that. We're not replenishing the store. We're not making all these glycogen molecules. We're not making all these CPs. So then we get to peak time and we can't perform because our body is so sore because we don't even have the energy to do it anymore. Okay, there's a reason your body's made the way it is. So here we're building all this energy up. Now we're in moderate. All right? So here, in a moderate state, we're going to pull a little glycogen out, all right, to make glucose, pulling oxygen, pulling fatty acids out. Demand for ATP increases, O2 increases, little aerobic respirations going on, but we're really still fine here in moderate exercise. We're making enough ATP for what we're doing in our contraction in that state to create the myosin head binding, that we don't need to really do anything else. Our breathing is fine, we might be breathing a little deeper, but there's nothing serious in a moderate exercise kind of situation. You're producing enough energy to do that. You're using your glycogen stores that you built up here, but still not in a great amount. And if you've had a lot of glucose in a pasta meal or something like that, you even reduce your glycogen stores even less. You don't have to do so much with that. Okay? So building up my energy molecules, using some of my energy molecules, but going through respiration aerobically. All right, now I'm at peak time. This is practice, competition, whatever it is. I'm moving, I'm doing stuff, right, at a high rate. All right, you only produce in that situation about 33% of the ATP you need. Okay, that's about it. So you're always in a little bit of glycolysis. Eventually, if you make more pyruvate than oxygen that is available for respiration, you start kicking in and making pyruvate into lactic acid eventually. Okay, everybody with me on that? All right, so we're pulling all our glycogen stores. We're making the maximum amount of ATP we can make. We start using creatine phosphate. That's our secondary ATP energy molecule. Its job is to make more ATP than what the mitochondria does. All right, so we start pulling all our CP out of there. It's our reserve. It's our energy reserve. But eventually, we're in anaerobic. And now we can't make the energy we need to make. Okay? So during a hockey game, okay, depending on your situation of your team, some hockey teams have only 2 lines that they play, some play 3. Very rarely do they play 4 because the 4th line is usually JV. Okay? But the 3rd line, if you play 3 lines, you usually get enough rest during a game. All right? You're at peak activity at times during the game, but you got enough rest sitting on the bench that you're going to recover somewhat. Everybody with me on that? Okay? Not completely, because by the 3rd period, if you're on the 1st line, you're probably pretty tired. Okay? By then. And by like 5 minutes left in the 3rd period, and you're not getting off the ice, so you're on the ice too long, you haven't made a change, those legs start getting a little heavy, don't they? Okay? You're like, I'm in sand. Okay? Because I can't go anywhere, all right, at that point. Or the 4th quarter of a basketball game in the last 4 minutes, and you haven't left the court hardly. All right? Same idea. You're in this. All right? And you just won't perform at a higher level. You can mentally overcome some of that, right? But your body's just not going to perform. You're not going to skate as fast. You're not going to run as fast. All right? You just can't. Once you stop this, then you got to make sure you do this. All right? Because if you don't do this, then this is going to happen way sooner the next time you try to do peak activity. Because you didn't rebuild your glycogen stores, you didn't rebuild your CP score, your stores. And so now I got to do high performance again. All right? But I'm kicking anaerobic much sooner because I haven't rebuilt my energy molecules. Does that kind of make sense when we talk about that? All right? Now, is there a genetic component to this? Yeah. There's some people that have an ability to recover faster than others. They just do.
Does that also account for like people who have asthma? Like, does that affect?
Asthma affects it because you can't get the oxygen you need. Yeah. And so now if I don't get the oxygen, I can't make ATP. So I'm kicking in anaerobic too. Oh, same thing. You okay over there, Allie Hatcher?
No.
Yeah, I can hear that. A little bronchitis going on?
Probably.
Yeah, Lauren really appreciates you sitting right next to her too. All right. So why do people that lift weights take creatine supplements? Yeah,
To
if I
start
make more
lactate.
creatine and I'm working out hard, can I stay aerobic longer?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, a lot longer. All right. Plus my recovery is quicker because I have more CP in there already. So when I need to rebuild my CPs, I got more and I can make more of them very quickly. So my recovery from the next day is greater. So I get 2 whammies with CP. I can work out harder because I have more of it, and I recover faster from that workout because I have more energy molecules to rebuild. All right? The problem with CP is it's dehydrator. So if you don't drink a lot of water with CP, it actually causes your muscles to cramp. All right, so you kind of got to balance that out a little bit. All right, but it's really effective at doing that. Questions on that? Okay, our second question is this. Now, we just got done with